New figures show there were just under 600 households in emergency accommodation in December. That's down from a peak of nearly 5,000 at the end of 2021. The government is celebrating the drop as a win for families. But as Zane Small reports, the government is also overseeing a rise in the number of beneficiaries. And a new report is highlighting the persistent issue of solo parents having little financial incentive to work.
Tessa McKinlay is a solo mum to 10-year-old Compton.
Happy birthday to you.
And the reality for her is that getting a job would mean less money to look after him.
A full-time 40-hour-a-week job, the bus or me driving to and from town alone would cost me $40 to $50, including parking. That's a big chunk already of my income, and then you'd have to keep in account taxes.
It's an issue highlighted in this new Treasury report titled The Cost of Working More. It suggests that solo parents often have little incentive to enter the job market because the more they work, the less state support they receive. And they're pushed into a higher tax bracket.
With food, travel, I'd just be in the same boat really, except spending less time with my child.
Here's an example. If a solo parent with a baby and a child worked between 8 to 20 hours per week, Treasury says the parent would keep only around 10 cents of each additional dollar earned due to income tax and reductions in benefits and working for families tax credits.
It is an inevitable result of any tax and transfer system that sometimes some people end up like that, but that's exactly the sort of thing that I would have thought our government through the budget process would want to address.
At the same time, the number of people relying on welfare support is rising. Figures show there were nearly 23,000 more people receiving the Job Seeker Support Benefit in December compared to a year ago.
The reality is when you spend more, you drive inflation up, you drive interest rates, the economy goes into recession, and the lag effect is that people start laying off workers, and that's the experience we've been in the last 6 months in particular.
However, the government is celebrating data showing fewer households in emergency motel accommodation, from a peak of nearly 5,000 at the end of 2021 to just under 600 in December 2024. So where did they go?
Now we know where about 80% have gone to, and for the most part, all those 80% have gone to either transitional or social homes or private housing.
While the Minister can celebrate cutting figures by simply cutting support, we are seeing more people desperately in need.
Tessa is grateful to have her own private rental with her son, but it's a financial challenge.
It's a lot, yeah. I'm dancing on a budget.
Something her whānau has in common with the government.
Oh my God.
And Zane's with us now. Kia ora, Zane. You've received a concession from the Finance Minister, Nicola Willis.
Yes, on that Treasury report mentioned at the top of my story, I've since received a statement from Nicola Willis acknowledging that lack of incentive to work is a real problem. She says, and I quote, targeted income support systems like working for families can create challenging marginal tax rate effects, and this report reinforces that. Her office told me the Finance Minister is going to consider the Treasury paper and any actions that might result from it. As you heard in my story, David Seymour from the ACT Party, part of the government, he also seems quite keen on addressing this issue. So watch this space.